All right, my name is Joel Bowman. We are here with Dr. Kim Williams, the curriculum coordinator for the Pell City School System, and we're interviewing her today for IL 562. And the first question we're going to ask is, how does the curriculum coordinator influence student achievement system-wide?
Well, I work with all of the principals system-wide to develop a plan for each local school, but part of that local school plan addresses system-wide needs. So we work individually, and then collectively we meet together as a group, and I'm responsible for leading that group. It's called our system-wide problem-solving team. So we come together once a month, and we discuss data and professional development, and of course part of that data discussion is student achievement and student areas of weakness that we need to target, and we base our curriculum and instruction plan according to that data.
So you use data to help the principals decide on quality professional development that would be beneficial for us.
Yeah. What we try to do is use our Aspire data, ACT, Global Scholar, STAR, our elementary school student STAR. We try to use all of that data to identify common areas of need throughout the system. And then we have professional development. For example, this year, it's been leaders of their own learning, this book study we've been doing. So system-wide, we've been using that book, but each local school can adapt the content of it to their specific needs. Yeah, so we're all headed in the same direction, but we're getting there at a different pace. Yeah.
So how do you determine, being the curriculum coordinator for the system, how do you determine priorities that kind of help meet each school's mission?
And that's also based on the data, based on student data. What are our greatest areas of deficit that we need to target? And then it depends on personnel as well. You know, what professional development needs are most prevalent in the building. Because you always, sort of like a classroom, you're always going to have individual needs that you address, but from my position, what I want to look for are those needs that are more systemic. So we use data to help us find that, and try to plan our program accordingly.
So evaluating data is obviously extremely important, especially in your field for sure.
It is. Yeah.
So how does your position impact decisions of school leaders, such as local principals or even superintendents? What specifically does your position play in those roles of those decisions?
It mainly deals with our professional development. Like I say, we want our professional development to target our data needs, but the work that the principals do with their staff, that usually originates, I don't want to say it originates with me, but I coordinate it. You know, I get input from all of the principals to determine what those needs are, and then I feel like it's my responsibility to find the professional development that will help meet those needs. So.
And not only do you do that, you also help with professional development for principals, correct? With the PLUs and stuff?
Yes, yeah, we do the PLUs and help with the principals, assistant principals, and then we have a number of personnel who have admin certificates, but they're not working as administrators yet. So we have afternoon sessions and online sessions that help them earn the PLUs they need to keep their certificates.
So not only professional development with the teachers, but you also can see system needs administratively and use those for your administrators as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
With needs that you may see.
And the ultimate goal is to try to have all of that streamlined so that we're all speaking the same language and headed in the same direction. That's been one of my goals through this position, is to try to eliminate as much clutter as possible and just help help us really be focused on what we believe is important and not be spread so thin and distracted by things that really don't seem to be helping us accomplish our goals. It's just sort of something that we're doing and we don't know why. You know, we're trying to get rid of those kinds of things.
How does your role differ across school levels, like being the system-wide curriculum coordinator? We have elementary schools, we have middle schools, we have secondary schools. How does your role differ in those different levels?
Well, at the elementary level, of course, we're focused more on our foundational skills program, foundational reading and math skills. So that professional development tends to be a little bit different. And then at the middle grades, it's more of a transitional time. How are we helping the teachers learn how to help the kids apply what they have learned? And then at the upper levels, it's more of getting the kids prepared for college and career readiness. So I think it's how to help transition from one level to the next. That's part of my responsibility. But as far as the target, you move from foundational skills to the academic application piece, and then the hope is that will transfer to college and career readiness.
How has your position evolved since you first entered education?
You mean how I began education or how it's transitioned?
How is your specific position, not necessarily you, just the position of curriculum coordinator? Because I think if I remember correctly, there hasn't always been a system-wide curriculum coordinator, so yours has kind of been a new.
It was a new position in 2009 when I came on board. So it's a very comprehensive position. There are very few things that we do in the system that aren't connected to curriculum and instruction in some way. So from that aspect, it's grown. From the very beginning, just trying to get a program going, we didn't have, all the pieces weren't connected. But now I have learned more, and the state with Dr. Bice started going in a different direction where we can have more flexibility and more autonomy as a local school system. So that has allowed us to implement some new programs and give different opportunities to our students. I think just the way it's changed is where it was more isolated just to maybe professional development and data review in the beginning. Now it's expanded to career and technical education, workforce development in the community. We have more partnerships. I know we have more partnerships with business and industry and post-secondary than we've had.
I guess with the growth of career readiness, that's kind of trickled down into the school system as well.
It absolutely has.
So from a curriculum coordinator standpoint, what would be some good advice for a first-year administrator?
I think it's very important to take time to listen to the people you're leading. It's okay to have ideas about what you want to do, but you need to make sure that you know your people and that you understand what they believe and why they believe it, and know what their vision is as well. And just being patient and taking time to listen, and then try to put together a plan, whether you're at the local school level or district level. Try to put together a plan that is comprehensive from the point that you try to take input from everybody and give folks the opportunity to know that they're a part of what you're doing, so that they're valued. Because the way I see it, they're the people who are living out, the decisions that we make. So we want to be sure that it makes sense to them.
Right.
Second bit of advice would be to sustain what you start. try to avoid getting so many different things going that you're not able to sustain programs that are truly meaningful. And that's hard to do because there are always so many new things coming, you know, and you have to be careful that you don't jump on board for every new thing that comes along.
And don't finish it.
And don't finish it, and that you don't frustrate your people by doing that. You know, just because it's something new doesn't mean it's good. And sometimes it's okay not to be the first at something. You know, to wait and let something new sort of get settled and see if it is really something that's meaningful or if it's just a fad that's gonna be short-lived until the next thing comes along. So take time to listen to your people. Be thoughtful about the decisions that you make to be sure that you can sustain what you start.
And once again, this is Joel Bowman with Dr. Kim Williams, the Curriculum Coordinator at Pell City School System. Thank you.